had to have his water drain replaced twice, where the water go in and out the house, so the water stays so high. This is what the water does to everything on the house. It rusts. This right here is crumbling right now. This is like iron. It's been falling apart like everything else under the house. In 2015, my dad already told you how high the water was. We couldn't even pull in the yard at all. And the water sat here for months. The trees actually leaned on each other. Two trees actually fell on the house before. Everything under the carport where you can see, it done been replaced. It fell on 2 cars that was sitting under the carport and 2 cars that was sitting in the driveway. District said it's their property, but they were not responsible for anything past this side of the property line. But it was their trees that fell over onto our property. I think they did take care of that. My dad put a new roof on the house and fixed the garage, but even inside the house, you can see where things are just, the wallpaper is separating from the house sinking. And like I said once before, it's my granddad's house. He almost 100 years old. He should not have to go anyway, and he shouldn't have to pay for anybody else's mistakes. He was actually here before the road was put out there. I don't believe they were supposed to be able to put a road out there that let water just run into his house. And right now, it's probably about 3-4 feet of water under the carport, and it won't go anywhere. Because if it goes out, it runs back onto the house. His house is sinking. And ain't nothing he really could do about it. I mean, not without help. I mean, he's not a rich man. I mean, and it's not really his fault or his responsibility to take care of that. When you in your 90s, I think you're supposed to be relaxing and leaning back. If you done worked all your life. Just kind of, he had trouble just getting around. Then he had to get around situations like that where his yard is saturated and holding water. It's a bad situation for him.
We had councilmen here. We had people from other agencies here. You heard what they had to say. So
they point their finger at each other. That's all. The city point their finger at the DOT. DOT point their finger at the district. Nobody do anything. I think it was the city or the DOT came out here and dug the hole that was already out here a little deeper. They didn't put any pipes out there. They didn't do anything. The water don't run no better. And if it rains heavy, the water still runs back in the yard and sits here in the yard. That's all it does. I guess they had to have something to do with their time, but they didn't do the right thing with it. I mean, if they want to help him, they can start by taking care of some of the damage they incurred in his house. He used an air conditioning unit now because the air conditioning unit that he put out there, the water flowed over it, it rusted it out. And he got mold in his house right now. I clean it up weekly or monthly just to make sure it don't build up on him so he'll be all right. But I don't think that's something that's our responsibility. If the water wasn't our responsibility, that's why they got a water department. That ain't our department.